TJ. You want to read it or you want me to? Me? Okay. TJ, and his letter says, addiction. I hate it, and I wish nobody did it. Elijah's next. Dear addiction, addiction is bad for you. Miss Zoe. You want me to read it for you? Dear addiction, my mom is smoking and drinking. She's drinking beer, and that makes me upset.
Well, my mom, she had a needle problem, and my dad, he didn't like needles, so he just did
weed and stuff like that.
Yeah, he did other drugs like that.
Witnessing my mom have a drug overdose, it affected me in many ways. And I can barely sleep because where it happened at night, it affects my nighttime now. I have to stay up and try to knock out everything in my mind.
They come from all over West Virginia to Camp Mariposa. Children and teens getting a chance away from home and the trauma of growing up with parents who are abusing drugs and alcohol. 13-year-old Carletta grew up in a household with both parents addicted to drugs. After being in foster care for several years, she was adopted by her foster family earlier this year.
When my mom was on drugs, she would pass out and I would have to be the mom of my siblings. My stepdad, whenever he was on alcohol, he would get very abusive with my mom, and I would always make sure my siblings were in a safe place before I was in a safe place.
We have kids who have lost parents to overdoses. We have kids whose parents are incarcerated. We have kids whose parents have just walked away. And we have some kids whose parents are in recovery, in rehab.
The goal is to target kids of the opioid crisis before they become teenagers.
We're never going to fix the opiate or any kind of addiction if we don't do it with the children. We have to impact that age group, and let them know, you don't have to go down that road. Even if you're hurting, that's not the way you have to go.
The weekend camp is packed with breathing exercises that help them relax and educational sessions that help them identify signs of suicide.
Number 4, and answer honestly, okay? Do you think seriously about killing yourself, yes or no? Number 5, have you tried to kill yourself in the last year, yes or no? All right, has everybody answered that one? I want you to list somebody that you can talk to about your problems. Who can you talk to about your problems in school?
So the friend that was hurting herself, I organized a meeting between me, her, and anybody else who she trusted.
This weekend we dealt with the signs of suicide. Sometimes kids, especially the age group that we work with, it's ages 9 to 12, they don't recognize the signs of depression. And then it can get to the point where they're thinking about suicide. So this weekend we did the program and we helped them recognize.
The weekend camp runs 6 times a year in 13 locations across the country. 3 new locations will be added next year to meet the increasing demand. As a camp tradition, campers write letters to express their feelings about addiction and burn them in a fire. But tonight, many find it hard to muster the words and let Leah read their letters for them instead.
Dear addiction, I hate you so much. You have hurt me by hurting my family. I just lost someone about 4 days ago. My Uncle AJ just died, and his funeral is today. I didn't want to go because I wanted to come to camp, because camp is like my safe place.
The camp says 95% of campers have never used a substance to get high, and up to 99% have steered clear from the juvenile justice system.
I found out by the camp that it's not my fault. It never was my fault that they done it.
Sometimes they'll ask to go home with you. They always want to know when camp is again. I worry about every one of them, but they struggle. They really struggle.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.